Moving on to seven-handed action here. There is a middle position open to 30. I look down at pocket queens this time on the button and I make it $100 to go. The big blind cold calls and the middle position player calls as well. So 3 ways to a flop, 10-7-4 rainbow. The big blind leads out for $120. Middle position folds. Certainly a case for raising. Could mix in some 8-9 type hands as well as maybe some ace highs, but I just decided to flat call here. See what happens on the turn card. 5 of diamonds bringing a backdoor flush draw. This time he bets $120 again. Since there's no obvious straight draws that would have come in on this card, it seems like he's most likely trying to put out some sort of a blocker slash pot control type bet. And I don't think I want to let him do that, considering the number of draws available on this board. Pocket queens, very strong hand in this situation, facing a very small bet. So I'm going to put in a raise. I'm not going to let him get away with his blocker bet. Don't need to go too big, I don't think, considering there's another street of betting left. I raise it up to $280 and he makes the call. River's an offsuit 8, which is pretty interesting because it now puts 4 to a straight on board. Not exactly my favorite card here, but my opponent checks. So I would have to think that if he has a straight, it's got to be very unlikely that he would be checking to me on the river, especially considering that he could rep miss diamonds. So I have to assume I have the best hand here. Of course, he could have some sort of 2-pair hand, but I think I can still go for value and possibly rep the missed diamonds myself, possibly get value from a top pair type hand that is putting in a blocker bet, or maybe pocket jacks. He did cold call pre-flop from the big blind, so I think all those hands are reasonable. I decided to go for some value. I bet $440, thinks for a little bit, and then tosses in the call. I show my hand somewhat hesitantly, but good news is that he shows us ace-10. Pretty good run up, and I'm glad I made the value bet there on the river. Was able to get value even though there was 4 to a straight on board.